Alright guys, so we have some brand new info for Dragon Ball Super. Like always, this is courtesy of Herms over on Twitter. Now, I believe what we have here is these right here, we have some character bios. Now, what these are from the official Japanese Dragon Ball Super website that Toei has put up, I believe. And Herms has done us all a solid by translating some of the info about these characters right here. Now, this is pretty interesting. Even though we don't have much to work with here, there are still some things I find quite fascinating. So the first thing we'll look at is the Universe 2 God of Destruction Helis. Maybe Heelys, but I'm not really good at pronouncing things, so whatever. Now, I guess that's a type of beer which would fit the alcohol sort of naming theme that a lot of the gods have in Dragon Ball Super. Like in a recent video, people were getting on me for calling, Goku Black's transformation Rosé, but I believe that it is supposed to be Rosé because it's taking its name from a type of alcohol, whereas Rose doesn't really fit the alcohol naming scheme. That's why I really believe it's rosé and not rose, although it's, tomatoes. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Now, we don't have a ton of info for this girl here. All it says is the God of Destruction for Universe 2. She's extraordinarily beauty conscious and doesn't do well with anything ugly. Now, here's the thing. I would imagine this might come up later, but just looking at the Universe 7 team, I have to imagine a character like this, she probably wouldn't think that a lot of the characters in Universe 7 are ugly, besides maybe Master Roshi, or she wouldn't like Boo. But I would have to imagine that girls in this Dragon Ball universe would probably think Goku and Vegeta and Gohan are all good looking. So I don't know if that would become a thing, but maybe that's just a blurb of info we have. Now, I do love this Egyptian type looking character right here. Very Anaxunamun from The Mummy. That's what I'm taking from this personally. So I definitely look forward to see this character in action. Hopefully at some point we see these Gods of Destruction actually have to fight or do something besides just stand there. But as of now, it looks like they might really not have much to do besides just kind of be the spectators in the stands. Think of the Dark Tournament where you had the Black Club or whatever, and they just kind of sat there and gave their thoughts on all the fights as they were taking place. I can imagine that a lot of the attendants in God of Destructions, that's probably just going to be their roles for this arc. But you never know. Maybe some shit will go down and they'll all have to fight some big bad. Oh, hopefully. It'd be cool. Now, this other thing we have, to me, is a lot more interesting. Because what we have is, this is the Universe 11 warrior Topo. I'm going to go with Topo. Now, he is the leader of the hero team Pride Troopers, Guardians of Peace in Universe 11. He's a hot-blooded and gigantic warrior of justice. He's so strong that he's even been scouted as a candidate for the next God of Destruction. Now, that in itself is interesting, so he's very strong, but he's also, a good guy. He's, he's a warrior of justice. But, to me, the number one most interesting thing about this character would be his outfit. And the reason this is interesting to me is because this is essentially the exact same outfit we see from that mysterious guy battling Goku for the majority of the second intro for Dragon Ball Super here. So it looks like, again, this is not 100% confirmation because there's probably going to be some people running with this, but it looks as though that character that Goku's fighting is from Universe 11 since he has the same outfit as this guy right here. Again, it's not 100% confirmation, but I would say it is a safe bet. Now, another thing I do find kind of interesting here is that this bio states that this guy is the leader of the Pride Troopers. So I would assume that the leader would be stronger than the guy that Goku is fighting if they're from, because it would make sense that they're from the same unit or whatever since they have the same outfit. And, that guy has sort of, just from the intro, Toei, they know what they're doing, but that guy has been framed as the big strong opponent Goku has to fight in this arc. This is the, Universal Survival Arc version of Hit, for example. So it's interesting to me that we have a bio of a character that appears to be in the same unit as him, who is stated to be the leader, which I would take it as implying that he is stronger than that character Goku's fighting. But again, there's no way to know for sure. This guy might just be he's very strong, but also intelligent, so maybe he's the leader. Hard to tell, but it is cool that it looks like we have a little bit of info now about that mysterious guy Goku fights. It appears as though he's from Universe 11, and he's part of the hero team Pride Troopers, which means that guy Goku is fighting is not a villain, but he is a good guy. Now that is interesting to me, because if you go back and look at some of the previous tournaments, right? Now, the first tournament, Goku fought Jackie Chun, aka Muten Roshi. That's a good guy. But then after that, when Goku fought Tien, Tien was still borderline a bad guy. He had already begun his ascent, thanks to Master Roshi at that point. And then sort of by the time the fight finishes, he has become pretty much a full-blown good guy. And then you look at the tournament where, Goku is fighting Piccolo. Piccolo, obviously, at that point is very evil and wants to kill people. So, the fact that the big villain here is, appearing to be a good guy, that's interesting to me. And then, of course, you've got, a couple other tournaments, but, obviously the filler Otherworld tournament, Pikkon is kind of like a neutral character. Of course, the tournament during the Boo arc never gets finished. And then Hit is, I guess, a villain, but again, I would almost say Hit is neutral as well. But whatever. Alright, so that's it. We have some brand new info about these characters. Definitely exciting stuff. Big shout out, as always, to Herms for translating this for us, always giving us good new info. I guess I will see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Super stuff. Later!